Hello fellow duelists, this is Shadow of the Moon, and today I'm going to be showing you an updated deck profile of my Agent deck for June of 2023. I am so excited to be finally showcasing this deck again, because this deck did actually get a pretty good upgrade, and in my opinion, honestly, is at the best that it is ever going to be as of right now, and I am so excited about being able to finally showcasing this to you. I will be posting up a combo video, being able to how to go get around and actually set up an amazing field having multiple cards with only using 2 cards in this deck, so it will be a 2-card combo. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight on into the deck profile. But if you haven't yet, please, I just want to say thank you so much for everybody who has ever subscribed to my channel, or just people that are just stopping by and watching my content. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it, because it is so nice to be able to see people enjoying my content, even if it's just casual stuff and fun stuff. And if you ever want to, you can always post a comment in the section below and just talk to me and stuff if there's anything that you're interested in talking about, if there's any kind of deck ideas that you have, and just if you just want to give a shout out, or even if you just want to, say that, hey, you're doing this wrong or anything. All right, so without any further ado, finally, let's go ahead and go straight on to the deck profile. So first off, we've got 1 copy of Master Hyperion, 1 copy of Majesty Hyperion. Obviously, Majesty is going to be the more important card in this deck. This card allows you to banish your fairy-type monsters to get rid of your opponent's cards, and obviously this is Master Hyperion. This allows you to destroy cards in the field, and if you control Sanctuary in the Sky, you will get to destroy up to 2 cards as well. And that's what makes this deck very important, is that it does focus heavily on Sanctuary in the Sky and the Agent archetype. So it doesn't really focus that much on the fairy aspect of it, but it will always be the Agent. And most of these cards have the same effect, that if you control Sanctuary in the Sky, it gets an additional effect. And then, obviously, probably one of the best cards in this deck, the Agent of Creation Venus. You can pay 500 life points in intervals to be able to special summon Mystic Shine Balls directly from the hand, deck, or graveyard, or from the hand or deck, and it really does help, because this really makes the deck speed up so much faster, and this is what's going to allow you to go into your combos multiple times. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. And then 3 copies of the Shrine Ball. Obviously, this is the main card in the deck. 500, you're going to keep spamming these over and over again, constantly paying those 500 life points, getting those monsters on the field. And then you're going to have Venus, the Agent of Destruction Venus. So basically, you got one of in here because you just want to be able to add this from your deck to your hand using Archlord Zeratos, or the Archlord Link monster that you have. Because this card, when you can activate the effect, and you can actually make you pay up to 1,500 to special summon all 3 of them from the hand, deck, or graveyard, or the banish zone. So it really is helpful in this card. Trust me, I love this card to pieces, but it's only good to really pay 1 of them in the deck. And then we have 3 copies of the Agent of Mystery Earth. Agent of Mystery Earth, if you control Sanctuary in the Sky, you can search for a Master Hyperion, but mainly what you're going to want its effect is when this card is summoned, you're going to be able to add an Agent card from your deck to your hand. So you're going to be wanting to add this guy right here, Agent of Life and Neptune. That is the most important thing. This is a level 2 tuner, and by using this and the other card I have in here, you can easily go into a level, or using this card and Majesty Hyperion, you can easily go into your level 10. So that is why I am going to be playing Baron de Flor if you want to go that route, but mainly this deck does a lot better comboing off going into Master Flare Hyperion as the level 10, and then activating the effect, send Venus to the graveyard, and make it to where you are basically the Agent of Creation. And then we have Agent of Neptune, Agent of Life Neptune. Neptune is amazing because you can discard this card to special summon special summon an Agent monster from your graveyard, and then when this card is banished, which you can do at the same turn, you can add a Sanctuary in the Sky from your deck to your hand. So it is very important in this deck. And then this is the tech card I'm still adding in here, Trickstar. Trickstar is so good in this deck. You want to open with this, and you want to open with Agent of Mystery Earth, because those two cards is going to set off your 2-card combo, and is just going to go absolute crazy, like just crazy. Yes, hand traps are a thing and everything, and people can't stop your stuff, but I mean, all in all, if you're able to just pop off and just keep going, you can go with some amazing plays, and I just love having this in the deck. And then, yes, I did finally break down. I have 3 copies finally of the Diviner of the Herald. Okay, so yes, these weren't cheap. To me, they weren't. But, you know, that's really, I wanted to get these because I did see a lot of videos with people using these. I'm not using the Guardian Eatos because Guardian Eatos, in my opinion, is a dead draw on arrival if you draw into it and you don't need the effect. It is much easier to use Trickstar because Trickstar is if you control no monsters, or all monsters you control are obviously Trickstar, but you're going to be using for the first effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. So if you control no monsters, it's like a Cyber Dragon. So that is why it's in the deck. And Diviner of the Herald is really, really good because you can tribute this and send you can send a monster from the deck to the graveyard and make its level become that. And then, I mean, it allows you to be able to go into Baron de Flor if you really need to. But Baron de Flor, actually, honestly, the one card is not that good. You're going to want to go into want to go into the Synchro monster, the Master Flare Hyperion. All right, so then we've got one copy, sadly, of Herald of Light. There's Herald of Light is limited to 1. 3 copies of Effect Veiler. The reason I have Effect Veiler in here is Effect Veiler using Small World is very easily searchable into any of your pieces that you need for this combo. So that's why I have Effect Veiler in here. If you want to change it, you could. I just find this was the best searcher because it is a light type, level 1, and obviously it can go into most of the stuff that's in the deck that you need. And then obviously 1 copy of the Jet Synchron. I did actually see a combo video of people using him, and I noticed, wow, this is a really good card. Even with he's in your hand, you can still activate its effect to discard it to do the same thing. You just won't get the added effect. But honestly, this is a great piece in here, and it's why it's only a 1-of. Alright, so that's going to be it for the monsters. Let's move on to the spell and traps. So obviously 1 Sanctuary in the Sky. This card is so good because it makes it to where you take no battle damage and your fairy type monsters, and most of your monsters that have effect revolve around the Sanctuary in the Sky being on the field. Alright, and then the next card that we have is Chorus in the Sky. So I got 3 of these. Chorus in the Sky, activate one Sanctuary in the Sky directed from your deck, or add 1 monster that mentions Sanctuary in the Sky from your deck to your hand. Then if Sanctuary in the Sky is on the field or in the graveyard, you can gain 500 life points for each Hyperion and the agent monster you control. If your monster that mentions the Sanctuary in the Sky would be destroyed by battle, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead, and you can only activate the effect of it once per turn. So I chose to just had to read it because I don't use this card as often as I would like, but basically very, very good card. It's a good tech card in this deck and just absolutely insane. And then obviously Sacred Waters of the Sky. This allows you to activate a Sanctuary in the Sky directly from your deck. That's what the main card that it's in there for. And then we're going to have 3 copies of Small World. Small World is your bridge. This is what's going to help you go into your Trickstar, your agents, everything that you need to keep going with this deck. This card is very good, especially in this deck, and it works very well. And then we have 3 copies of Dark Ruler No More. Dark Ruler No More is my personal choice. I love it, being able to go second. I don't have a holo of this deck, or a holo of this yet, and I would, because pretty much everything in this deck is holo, minus like a couple cards. And then we have 2 copies of Fallen Sanctuary. When this card is activated, set a Sanctuary in the Sky or Spell Trap mentions it directly from your deck. This card's name becomes Sanctuary in the Sky while on the field or in the graveyard. You can banish a fairy type monster from your graveyard, then target 1 effect monster your opponent controls to get the effects until the end phase of the turn. Okay, and you can only activate 1 Fallen Sanctuary once per turn, so this is a great card to be able to set your Sanctuary in the Sky and shut off your opponent's monster effects. And then lastly, just for the nice tech card, Divine Punishment. It negates a spell, trap, or monster effect. It's basically a Solemn Judgment without having to pay the life points if you have Sanctuary in the Sky on the field. Alright, so that's going to be it for the main deck. Let's move on to the extra deck. So obviously, I'm going to have 2 Master Flare Hyperions. This guy is absolutely crazy because he just allows you to send a card from your deck to the graveyard, and then you can its effect becomes the effect of the monster that you set. So obviously, the main card in here you're going to want to do is going to be for the Venus card, so that way you can keep doing the Mystic Shine Balls, and then it has a great quick effect that when your opponent activates a monster effect or card or effect, you can banish a fairy type monster from your hand or graveyard, then target a card on the field and banish it, and you can only activate it once per turn. So it's got a great little interrupt effect on top of it, but honestly, 2 is perfect in this deck. And then we have, obviously, what goes next to it, Pluto. Pluto allows you, is a quick effect. You can banish 1 monster from your graveyard, then target an effect monster on the field, change it to face down defense position, and then this is a quick effect of Sanctuary in the Sky on the field. You can banish this card from your graveyard, add a Sanctuary in the Sky from your deck. So mainly, this is going to act as your Book of Moon. by if you have Sanctuary in the Sky in the field, and it's a great because it is a quick effect. Sorry I had to read it. I don't use that card like the other effect as often. You know, mainly I'm using it for the secondary effect. And then we have obviously Baron de Fleur. Baron de Fleur, it goes in the deck so perfectly. And then we have Sword Soul. This guy is great because he can keep banishing cards from the graveyard to keep pumping his attack up and everything. And then we have Draco Berserker. If you wanted Borreload Savage Dragon, that's another option other than this, but this is still a great card, especially when it was in the Tyranids format, and I actually still like using it in there because it's in replacement of Borreload Savage Dragon. And then we have 1XL Synchron. 1XL Synchron, the reason I have this in here, this is mainly in here to send the Jet Synchron from the deck to the graveyard to increase its level to go into your Borreload Savage Dragon or your Draco Berserker. Cupid Pitch. Cupid Pitch is a great tech card because this allows you to modify its level, increase it or decrease it, meaning you can go into level 3 and also use this to go into Pluto for the combo that I will be showing off later. Obviously, Herald of Arclight. Herald of Arclight is great because Herald of Arclight has that effect. You trigger this to negate a spell, trap, or monster effect and everything, so you can't go wrong with that. Meadow Marcher. Meadow Marcher is going to be really good because this allows you to... Sorry, I had to take a drink of water there. This allows you to special summon a monster back. Obviously, you're going to be wanting to special summon the Agent of Mystery Earth back for the effect. And to go into more of your plays. And then Appaloosa, Bow the Goddess, obviously for the negate. You have your Celestial Night Lord Parsaf, which is great. Discard a card to add a fairy type monster from your deck to your hand. So obviously you're going to be adding Venus, and then from there you're going to have 2 of the Protector of the Agent's Moon. This card is so good because this will send a card from your deck to the graveyard, and it is just really, really good. I love being in it. It's so easy to go into. And then lastly, your Herald of Mirage Lights. Mainly the reason Herald is in here because you're going to be using Archlord. You're going to be playing Archlord right here, and then you're going to be playing the Herald of Arclight using the 2 Mystic Shine Balls and the combo that I will be showing you. And then from there, being able to just keep going. So that's going to be it for this deck profile. I know it was long, and I hope you enjoyed it. This deck is just absolutely insane. I love this deck. I love Agents a lot because of just how much potential they have, and they can do so much, and they're just, to me, they're really, really good. I love the archetype. It's been around since the original GOAT format, since 2000, I think 2004. It's been around since 2004 now, and it just, they finally got an upgrade in the 5Ds era, and I was so happy that they did that because this deck really deserved it. But it just has gone on, and then a couple years ago, we finally got in the Ghosts from the Past. We got the rest of it, and this deck is just insane. I love playing with it. I love the archetype, and it is one of my favorites. So, alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and with that, see you guys next time. Later.